home.
The Orlando Stadium opens its doors to Africa's Premier Club competition as Orlando Pirates entertain Jwaneng Galaxy in a second round tie of the 2023-24 CAF Champions League, with Galaxy bringing the lead on aggregate into this particular match. On that note, a very good day it is to you wherever you may be as we get straight into the starting lineups. And for Pirates, they will have China in between the sticks. Watch out for Patrick Masanga. He's a man who's already found the back of the net in this Champions League and of course is in hot form for Orlando Pirates since the start of the season. Another that's in stunning form going forward is Lepasa, 3 goals in the Champions League, and Kemity Rasmus comes in to bolster things in the attack. Now, having a look at Jwaneng Galaxy, they will have Khoetio Nepoko coming into the goalkeeping position. They will also have Masoko and Linanyani in the heart of their defense. But watch out for a strong midfield in Msendami, as well as Sistini and Baruti. All 3 of those in midfield are goal scorers in this Champions League, meaning they are creative and they can be deadly when allowed to run riot. Well, wherever you may be on our beautiful continent, it is a good evening to you as the very best sides on the continent gather in various parts of the continent. And the aim of the game in the various second leg ties is to ensure you get yourself into the group stages of the best club competition on the continent. For both these sides, they've been there, done it before, not only as far as partaking in this illustrious competition, but also getting into the group stages. For Pirates, they've gone as far as being crowned champions. Of course, in years gone by, Jwaneng, in their last outing, got as far as the group stages of the Champions League. They look to do likewise, especially bringing the lead into the second round tie and hoping, of course, to come good in going forward here and causing what many may view as quite an upset if they are to walk away with the win. Well, the refereeing team ready to, of course, take things forward here and take this game and put their best foot forward in ensuring that, well, this is said about them, and it's all about the 11 on the field on either side here in, of course, putting their best foot forward and entertaining the crowds, the many that will be watching not only live here at the Orlando Stadium, but around the continent. And as far as the refereeing team here, it's Celso Alvacao, who's from Mozambique, who will lead the officials. Then he will be assisted by Arsenio Maringuele. Also, a man from Mozambique, and the third assistant from Mozambique as well, Zacharias Baloi, whilst the fourth official in this tie is Wilson Mwinga from Mozambique. So, Pirates, as they do, will, of course, look out to the stands and show their appreciation for those that have come out here to get behind this side in the black and white as they go on yet another African adventure. The hope here, not only to turn things around on the aggregate scoreline, score goals, and, of course, end what has been a bit of a rough run for them, having lost the last 3 matches coming into this tie on the domestic scene, that is. The losing streak, if you will, for Orlando Pirates started with that 1-0 loss to Jwaneng. That was 3 matches back. They lost the next 2 to Mamelodi Sundowns, including their last league match. They do have the final against Sundowns coming up next after this tie. So all the more this match important not only to get into the group stages, but to get back to winning ways ahead of the MTN8 final. It is Orlando Pirates that will get this match underway. They in the black, attacking the goal to the left of your screen, whilst Jwaneng in the red will attack the goal to the right. Will be interesting to see the opening exchanges here as Pirates make a slight error in midfield through Ndlondlo. Then Jwaneng immediately looking to get onto that front foot. Lovely turn then into space, says Monare. Looks to bring Pirates forward here. It's Monare again. There was a bit of a late challenge out to that far side. The referee, for the time being, will allow our play to continue. Pirates with just 10 active players on that field with 1 man down. Will be wise to put the ball out of play here through Paseka Mako for the injured party to get some attention. Looked a late challenge here. The referee from Mozambique is also Alvacao. Allowed play to continue only because Orlando Pirates did have the ball, no possession of the ball, so nothing wrong in that regard. In the end, Pirates were mindful of the fact that they had 10 out in that field, and the man that is down and in need of some help here seems to be Patrick Maswanganyi, operating in midfield alongside the likes of Ndlondlo and Monare. If you are just joining us, Pirates do have the likes of Hoto, Lepasa, and Erasmus on the sharp end of the attack. So they will look to, of course, have a lot of pace and creative ability, including the ability to find the back of the net through those. For Jwaneng side, Moyo and Mpologang are the men at the sharp end of the attack. I mentioned their midfield and how strong it is, of course. Well, whilst Maswanganyi gets the attention he needs, it's worth mentioning that both these sides would have been happy with the way things fared for them in the last round, with Pirates getting the better of a side from the Comoros in Chapal. 4-0 on aggregates, 1-0 away from home, then 3-0 here at the Orlando Stadium. Jwaneng had the beating of Ugandan side Vipers with what was an exciting scoreline. 5 goals scored on aggregate, 3-2. The scoreline in favour of Jwaneng as they did the business then, winning 2-0 at home to lose 2-1 away from home. That 1 goal they scored away from home, making a world of difference. Now, good pressure applied here as Jwaneng looked to capitalise off of another mistouch that saw Chaine coming off his line in a flash to ensure there was no danger to that Pirates goal. But a positive start here from Jwaneng, looking to close down right from the front and force a few errors. Mako on the move here on this near side, winning the throw-in. In the heart of defense, Orlando Pirates will have Koki as well as Sibisi, with Mako and Munyani on either side of them. Haven't quite found their footing just yet, their rhythm. As yet, Orlando Pirates, seen one player slip already in the Pirates colours. It is worth noting when they finished warming up, and between that period and when they walked out to start this match, the sprinklers did come on here to wet the surface just a bit. Coach Ramad Budi, the man in charge of Jwaneng Galaxy, of course, a South African at birth, the man who has had joy with South Africa from a coaching point of view, and as far as the COSAFA Cup, winning it a few years ago and getting as far as third place a month and a half or so ago out in Durban. Got strong work in defence here by Jwaneng Galaxy. Early pull forward here, looking to release the man out wide on this near side. It is Linayani. Out wide on the right side for the time being. Pirates having it here. Finding width on that far side. Great movement off the ball, down the line, being used as a decoy for the time being. There's Philip Ndlondo. Marco. Hotto popping out wide on this near side in the early stages. Better from Orlando Pirates in getting everybody to get a feel off the ball here. And immediately Jwaneng dropping numbers quite deep here. As Pirates are able to play through the lines for the time being. Great movement on that far side. Good pass as well now. How's the timing of that challenge? As many out in the stands were hoping for what could be a late challenge and a possible penalty. Both the far side official and referee from Mozambique aren't convinced. So, a bit of a positive for Orlando Pirates here in these early stages. Keep in mind, the sides did meet out at the Botswana National Stadium in Gaborone in the first leg, with Jwaneng walking away 1-0 winners. Msedami, I should say, the man who scored the goal that made the difference after 21 minutes. How important will that goal be as Ndlondo picks up the pieces here, looks for the movement from Hotto to try and get in behind the lines. Midfield battle on here, settled by the ball being nicely picked up. Still Jwaneng can't hold on to it for too long. Hotto's done well to eliminate one, make that two. He's passed in the end, not good enough to bring Clement Erasmus into the game. Now, space on that far side for Jwaneng to try and attack. Well read in the end by CBC. Pirates on the front foot. Ndlondo. Well, they are dropping deep. Jwaneng Galaxy. Just about everybody behind the ball as Pirates have every player in the opposition off of the field, making it difficult for Pirates to find their way between the lines here. As Hotto has yet another unforced error inside the opening 7 minutes since Pirates got this game underway. Masugu. Very interested in seeing how adventurous Jwaneng Galaxy will be here when they have their foot on the ball in the early stages, going long then, trying to get it in behind that defense. Here's Dion Hotto. Lepasa with pace, just one getting into the box for the time being. Lepasa lining it up. Looking to add to his 3 goals in the Champions League thus far is Lepasa. Has been in great form since the start of the season. The Orlando Pirates striker certainly has been one of the stars for Pirates since the start of the current campaign. Still 26 years of age is Akele Lepasa. Sibisi. Muyane. Maswanganye finding Ndlondo. Here's Hotto. Erasmus dropping deep to get involved here. Again, you can see how deep Jwaneng Galaxy are sitting here. Mindful of the fact that they do have the 1-0 aggregate lead here and looking to Start off with a sure defense, making life as difficult as possible for Orlando Pirates. This Monare with a bit of time and space, looking for Hotto on this near side. Quite rightly, the Namibian looking to head it back across the goal line into the line of danger. In the end, it was way too close to Poko. Man, he was aiming for Lepasa, of course, who was the nearest to him. That's well read here on this near side. Now, Pirates getting onto the front foot and Numbers getting into the box. Ball in. Again, they're looking for Lepasa in the central area. Well marked he was, with a good 3 or 4 around him. Pirates having it here with Koki. Zondo sitting extremely deep with a low block. Jwaneng Galaxy out wide to this near side. 3 inside the box as Marco brings it onto the right foot. First shot in anger. Comfortably picked up by Pogo. International with no less than 20 showings for the national team. So to have plenty of experience in that regard. His distribution with the arm isn't bad at all. Got enough to find a man towards the halfway line here on this near side in Sendami. Early pull forward. Movement is a good here on this near side. Good battle on between the two men here. Sendami again, who's done well enough here protecting the ball to force the corner the way of Jwaneng FC. Of course, the first goal in this tie will be of huge importance to Jwaneng. If they score the first goal, not only is it an away goal, but it will afford them the 2-0 aggregate scoreline. Then the Pirates know if they score the first goal, they've got the crowd behind them and the momentum, especially playing at home. So, Jwaneng with the first corner, looking to ensure they are the first to find the back of the net. Numbers getting into that box. 6 in the red of the men from Botswana. All starts with a good ball here as the referee is looking to sort out the pushing and shoving inside that box. Quite a bit to do in separating the 2 sets of players here for the referee from Mozambique. But a good ball could be the beginning of something special in the way of grabbing the lead here for Jwaneng Galaxy. So how good will the left-footed in-swinging delivery be? Well, finally, the referee is happy with what's going on inside the box, and we can get the game underway. There's the in-swinger in towards that near post, well defended by Orlando Pirates. At the expense of a throw-in, of course, on this near side, just outside the final third. So Jwaneng again will look to take advantage of situations such as this, where they can get numbers in and around that box. Looking for distance with the throw in here. Well, the shot from range then wasn't a bad one. China doing well to get his body behind the ball, then came off the body rather than the arms or hands being used to stop that shot. Shuffled across his goal line quite impressively. Sipo China. And between the sticks here for Orlando Pirates. Would love nothing more than to have a clean sheet. So, Hotto it is here on this near side. Early with the ball in. Erasmus. Tabangunar. The challenge to slow down Orlando Pirates for just a moment. Here they come again. The ball in. The passer! Straight into the arms of Hoitione Poko, who didn't have to move to his left and right then. It came straight at him. And had the Lepasa put it to either side of him, then it could have been goal number 4 in the Champions League. For a man who's also scored 3 in the DStv Premiership and 4 in the MTNA, 10 in total. For a man in all competitions who's already in double figures, it would have been a perfect start. First real chance of the evening going the way of Orlando Pirates. Where they come. with Hotto having 3 inside the box already. Now, another hope from the Pirates faithful for a penalty. It wasn't to be. Nothing wrong with the challenge from Maswanganyi, with the referee not too far away from the action. Well, the goalkeeper here, Poku, has come a long way off his line to have a word with one of his teammates. I do believe he was looking to get into the ear of Kito Mangolo. I do believe he may have thought Mangolo wasn't quite paying attention to him, so came a long way to have words with him right next to the halfway line. But it was Sedami he was having words with, not Mangolo, I beg your pardon. Hotto. CBC. Munare, if you are just joining us as we go into the first 15 minutes of this tie, seen a few positive moments for the Pirates on the front foot. There was a penalty shout a little bit earlier. There was a great chance for Lipas after a lovely ball was played into him. He's well taken header with plenty of power straight into the arms of Pogo. And it's Pirates that have, for the most part, kept Jwaneng Galaxy on the back foot here. Hotto. Londo. Again, Pirates threatening with numbers in that box. Ball in towards that far post. It's well read. It's superbly read then by Huitu and Nepogo. The 28-year-old snatching that one out the air quite impressively. Before playing for Jwaneng, Pogo was in the books of Gaborone United from January 2012. Man who was born in Gaborone. 20 appearances for the national team of Botswana. And has had 3 in the Champions League, conceding a couple. Also part of the Botswana national team that played in the Africa Cup of Nations. 5 appearances he's had at the Cup of Nations. Pogo first making his debut for the Botswana national team back in 2015 as Londo sees a problem with the ball here, so the referee quite rightly will allow them to switch balls. Erasmus. Dropping extremely deep here is Erasmus to get involved. Looking to bring Dion Hotto into it on this side. The defensive header at the very best. Had the communication been better than from Jwaneng defensively. The message would have arrived for that to be left alone and squad for the throw-in. In the end, they'll have to defend the corner after the last touch from Sichana. Hotto it is with the outswinger. Poku again doing well to get there ahead of the Pirates attackers to relieve the pressure off of his teammates. Good movement off the ball, lovely touch on the move then to force the corner from Tabang Monare. Pirates now looking to apply a bit of pressure, a few set pieces they have gotten in recent times here to keep the opponents on the back foot. Last time around it was the outswinger, this time it will be the in-swinger, with the likes of Dion Hotto taking up positions inside the box, as well as Poki. Munare amongst those that are hoping for a bit of joy inside that box. Again, the referee taking his time to have a word with one or two of the players inside the box. Dion Hotto, I believe it was, to ensure that there is no argy-bargy. Now, the in-swinger. And well defended by Jwaneng here. The pressure right from the front, forcing the error and forcing the decision to Orlando Pirates then. Tapelo Kogi, men were pushed forward from their defensive position, making life difficult for Jwaneng to play the ball out. Here is Kogi. Pirates patient in trying to break down Jwaneng Galaxy here. Everybody behind the ball for the men in red from Botswana. Kogi. Challenge from behind. A set piece in a very good area here for the challenge joiners. Akele Lepasa. I think the Pirates players are looking to, or hoping to see a card shown here. I think he's taking his time here. Is the Mozambican referee, Salsal Bakau, if he is to take some action. Now, looking at the distance here, it's far enough to get it up over the wall and get that dip, and Pirates looking for the first goal in this tie. To have a few that have mastered this art. The Basa amongst those standing over it. And where it's placed, whether it's the right foot from Lepasa or the left from Hotto, won't make much of a difference in one having an advantage over the other. It's just about the precision. And whoever strikes it. The little pat on the back of Lepasa suggests is the man looking for his fourth goal in the Champions League and the 11th goal in all competitions, who may very well take it. Wearing the number 9 in his back. Lepasa, it is! Didn't miss by too much. Had the curl, just didn't curl enough. With Pogo rooted to the spot and praying that it would go wide, which was the case. Already, at this early stage of the season, his confidence is high in double figures in all competitions. Nothing wrong with seeing him have that strike, and only didn't miss by all too much, did Lepasa now, didn't he? Pirates again with all 10 of their outfield players in the opposition half of the field. Jwaneng looking to make life as difficult as possible for Pirates to play through the lines here. Pirates again through Ndondo, find Erasmus. They probe, they space out on that far side. Good challenge with, so many back on the edge of that box for Jwaneng Galaxy. Lepasa on the turn, looks to get the better of man. Can't make it too. Ndondo. Nice little pass then to keep it moving. Munare. Lepasa very involved here in these early stages, as is Dion Hotto. Paulen. They have 5 in the box to defend that attacking play. Jwaneng. Ndondo. Erasmus with a couple of nice turns. Hotto on the move on this near side, uses a decoy. Lepasa. The shot coming in. Nicely smothered by Pogo. Again, gets his body behind it beautifully to deny Tamam Munare. Well, pressure on Jwaneng in these early stages, and they would have expected that. The experienced men from Botswana here, they would have known they'd have to weather the storm for the opening 15, 20 or so, and it certainly has been the case. Pirates again build through Munare. Well, I tell you what, the supporters out in the stands are doing their bit in getting behind the men in black here. Zandrondo finds Marco. Here's Otto. Lovely atmosphere here at the Orlando Stadium. Numbers have increased somewhat from what we started the match with, when more supporters have made their way to their seats and are enjoying the football that's been displayed out there, hoping for the goal as the home support, of course. That's a good ball, good movement. Ball across the face of goal. Just needed a touch. Munari, I believe it was, would make that interesting little run into that pocket of space out to the far side of the box. Pirates looking threatening. From Jwaneng as they look to play it out. Pirates quickly get the ball moving. Munari looking for Lepasa. It will be kept alive in the far side by Munyani. There's Munari again. Good numbers in defense. And Jwaneng in a good steadiness as far as dealing with the wave after wave of attack from Orlando Pirates. They get the breather now with the goal kick that will follow. Well, for Orlando Pirates, the last time they found the back of the net was 4 matches back against Stellenbosch at the start of last month. 2-1 win it was. Ahead of that game against Galaxy, of course, out in Botswana, which they lost with a 1-0 scoreline. They also haven't scored in the last 3 games, which will be a slight concern. Dion Hotto was the last man to find the back of the nets. Both Hotto and Lepasa were the men to score in that game for them. Jwaneng now, holding from the back here. Good. Baruti losing out in the middle of the park. It's Erasmus. Marco, they challenge on him and a foul against Moyo. Well, it's all hands on deck for Jwaneng Galaxy, and as far as the defensive side of the game in these early stages. Moyo, the man to have committed the foul most recently. 23 years of age is Gift Moyo. Much a right winger by trade, a man who can also play as a striker and in the middle of the park from Silebi Pikwe. As the ball is played in, took a couple of attempts for Pogo to hold on. Well, it's quickly won back by Dion Hotto here on this near side. Now looking for Lepasa. Wasn't able to take it on the turn. Chance here for Jwaneng to possibly try and launch a counter-attack. The likes of Baruti involved here on this near side. Again, they don't hold on for too long. Zendami wins the set piece. Daniel Zendami, one who hails from Zimbabwe, operating out wide on this near side. Has had one appearance and one goal in the Champions League as Zendami. That's it, man down here, and a few Paris players that are far from happy as they have words with Celso Alvacao, the Mozambican referee. Talking to it is. So, he has refrained from being quick to show yellow cards here in these early stages. The Mozambican referees opted to have a talk to a few of the players with the fouls that we've seen so far as we approach the half-hour mark. Now, The longer they can frustrate Orlando Pirates, the happier Morena Ramaribodi will be, the coach of Jwaneng Galaxy. Mentioned he was the man who led South Africa to third place in the recently held COSAFA Cup out in Durban. Has won the COSAFA Cup with South Africa in the past before. Funny enough, they did play against Botswana in the COSAFA Cup. Ramaribodi, the man who led South Africa then to the win over Botswana. Now leading aside from Botswana against the mighty Orlando Pirates, and as far as South Africa is concerned here, and he's having a strong word with some of his lads here. They've hardly had a chance to really express themselves and play. If you are just joining us, and have very much been concentrating on the defensive side of the game. They've done their bit to frustrate Orlando Pirates here, and defend Kwesi Onipoko, the goalkeeper, who may be frustrating Pirates a little bit more now in the moments to come. He's actually gone to ground as the Jwaneng goalkeeper. Frustrating it will be in that there seemed to be no action that came his way. He was fine not too long ago. Outside of your picture, he's back up on his feet again. Referee has moved over to have a word with a few that may have been frustrated with the man going down and have had words with him. A few of the Pirates players that were warming up behind the goal, being defended by Jwaneng Galaxy, that is. Baruti looking for Zedami on this near side. Hasn't quite had the opportunity to have a run at Paseka Marco as yet. Now, Tion Hotto on the move here on this near side. Erasmus will keep it alive. Kevin Erasmus. Now, shot from range here. Out of the mark from Don Dodden. Really look all too convincing as it left his foot. Ball kept moving out on that far side as Jwaneng look for a bit of width here. Now, can they hold on to the ball and express themselves just a bit here? Beyond the half-hour mark, they've done their bit and they've done extremely well to have weathered the storm here and deny Pirates a whole lot of possible goal-scoring opportunities. Arudi with a touch and away from him. In fact, Moyo, it was with the touch then. They have struggled at getting the ball into the opposition off the field and pinning Orlando Pirates back up to this point. Jwaneng Galaxy, Erasmus. Important defensive play then with the movement of Lebasa looking quite menacing. Bulugang with the touch out to that far side. Kogi. Lebasa. Good closing down here. Pressure applied here by Zedami, hoping to force the error. Pirates, cool as you like, as they move the ball up the field here, going through the departments from defensive to midfield and into the attacking third. Now, solid challenge coming in, then that seemed to be illegal. It's a lift. Masangani on the ground and in some pain here, as the referee may finally be forced into showing a card. Mpulang was the man I suspect that flew in for that challenge. So, yellow card it will be. After the game. Usually does show it then to the man wearing the number 6 on his back. Put it on. The 27-year-old, the first to go into the referee's book. He really did show some patience, did the Mozambican referee, before showing the yellow card. Now, Pirates with the delivery into the near post. It did find CBC. It didn't look all too convincing as it left his head, but the last touch came off the defender. So out for the corner here on this near side. 10 minutes or so before the end of this first half. It's Orlando Pirates looking to keep the pressure on and force their will here in finding the opening goal. Again on this near side, it's Hotto with the outswinger. So far from that far side, we've had the in-swingers coming in. From this near side, outswingers for Orlando Pirates. Head up wide of the mark. Encouraging sign for Pirates is the fact that over the last 2 set pieces, they have been able to find their teammates directly with the ball played in. CBC this time around, Koki last time. Now, Erasmus felt he was fouled, and the referee, with a good view of the game, then agrees. Yet another set piece for Jwaneng to defend. Standing over it, meant towards that far post. In towards the likes of Kemet Erasmus in there, running again, able to deal with the danger. Could be off for a counter-attack here. Now, race on, won by the defender. Plenty of pace, of course, shown in by Paseka Marco. Pushing on. He's turned into a bit of a long-time servant for Orlando Pirates over the years. Looking down that left-back position, Paseka Marco, now 29 years of age. Popping up out on that right side from the dead ball situation is a man who can play left back, left midfield, as well as in the heart of defense. Now, Jwaneng with a chance to push forward here. Quickly won back, impressively, by Orlando Pirates as they quickly look to get onto the front foot. The pass up onto that ball played behind the defense. Here's Marco. Formerly with All Stars in the past, and then Chippa United. Joined Orlando Pirates back in 2018 from Chippa United. Man from Zebedilia out in the Limpopo province, stands at 163. Has have 1 assist in the Premiership this season. Now, Pirates again with numbers already inside that box, inviting a cross, even an early cross would do. Now, good work here in finding Dion Hotto. Looking for the 1-2 inside that box. There was just too much congestion in there for that to be able to work out. Marco driving forward with the ball in. Kept moving by Maswanganyi. Marco. Third appearance for him in the Champions League. He's at 3 in the Premiership, 3 in the MTN 8. So he'll be happy with his involvement in the squad thus far. Now with the movement off the ball, as well as Maswanganyi on the turn. He has a chance! Tight angle. And, Pogo came out, narrowed the angle, made it even tighter, and made himself big in denying Orlando Pirates what could have been an opener then through Patrick Maswanganyi. Quickly moving over to take the corner on that far side is Maswanganyi. Pirates hoping for that first before the end of this first half. Time running out in that regard. Inayani with the initial header clear. Pirates bringing it right back. It's a good ball in there. Keeper came for it. Was in a spot of bother in getting there timelessly. Marco gets beyond one. Marco still happy to settle for the corner. So, another outswinger, it will be here from Dion Otto. Once again, it's well defended by Jwaneng Galaxy as Pirates look to keep the pressure on Marco. Philip Lonzo. Just out of reach for Kemit Erasmus. Suspect that a little touch from Asibisi took it away and further from Erasmus, but Pirates looking menacing once again as we are going to the last 5 minutes of this first half. And as far as Jwaneng Galaxy is concerned, it will be a mental victory should they go into the halftime break with a 0-0 scoreline. Have worked extremely hard on the defensive end here and keeping it this way up to this point. Baruti from a dead ball looking for the teammate. And what a story it would be if Galaxy were to be the first here to find the back of the net, very much against the run of play. China has for the most part been watching his teammates trying to get the better of his opposite number, if you will, out on the other side of the field. Very little for him to do in this first half thus far. Erasmus finding Otto. Otto's ball in. Towards the far post. Pogo with a touch. Runs away from Onare, who will keep it alive. You can see how far up the field, in the opposition half of the field, the two central defenders are for Pirates. Now, ball in, nice ball, and looking to take it on the turn then. It's a bit of a heavy touch. Was Patrick Maswanganyi unlucky that didn't quite work out for him. London now under a bit of pressure, still unable to find the teammate. So it's the men from Botswana through Moyo here on the ball, looking for a bit of width. Good ball to find Sendami. The Zimbabwean finding Sassi. The central area is better from Jwaneng Galaxy as they probe and look to find that opening. The shot from range. Well, it was from a long way out. And came from Makito Mangolo as Jwaneng were looking for their best moments in the match thus far. Just the way they held onto the ball and moved to the path then was quite impressive leading up to the shots. Mangolo, the man who had the last shots, is 24 years of age, operating in the heart of midfield. He also played the left-back position. Jojo. Mangolo, another of the many out there that have represented the national teams. Played for Botswana on no less than 10 occasions, scoring once. Now Erasmus sees that slide under his foot in what looked a good ball played into him. Looked a promising moment for Orlando Pirates then. Clement Erasmus, who also has done his bit in trying to get involved in this match, moving about all over the field. Just unable to keep that move alive then and to fashion a chance for Orlando Pirates. Plenty of experience for Clement Erasmus now, 33 years of age. Played for a good number of clubs in South Africa's PSL, including some time spent abroad. Here's Otto. Erasmus on the turn. Done well to keep it moving. Dion Otto, onto that right foot. It's Otto still. Feels he was fouled in. Lebasa. Now, stays on his feet. Shaped up for the shots. Well, they are threatening. Are creating moments. They're unable to unlock the final piece of the puzzle. Orlando Pirates. Set piece here for Jwaneng. 45 minutes have come and gone. There will be 3 minutes added on to the end of this first half. What Jwaneng would love is for this ball situation to have a bit of joy at the end of it. They've struggled to break down Orlando Pirates in open play. So what with this set piece? What do we do with the ball? And it's a good ball. Last touch off Sedami. Londo. Otto. Erasmus. Keep in mind, as things stand, it is Jwaneng that do have the advantage with that 1-0 lead on the aggregate scoreline, having beaten Pirates 1-0 in the first leg. Good movement off the ball, yeah. Flick on, hoping to find a teammate who would have taken a gamble. The Basa was doing so, just didn't get as far forward as he would have liked to get onto the end of that. Otto. Well, he is extremely hard-working then, and wasn't just looking to win that foul. He tried as hard as he could, Dion Otto, to stay on his feet. Plenty of experience under his belt now. Otto, the Namibian, who's now 32 years of age, stands at 173. Very much strong on the left side of play. Man who's played for a good few clubs within the borders of South Africa now, having made his way to South Africa through Golden Arrows, then Bloemfontein Celtic, Bidvest Wits, now Orlando Pirates. Back in Namibia, was with Swakopmund, Blue Boys and African Stars. Now, Lodo, heavy first touch, still rolls for Orlando Pirates, flag up for offside. Well, they have dominated Munare and company, and as far as the midfield battle here, they've kept the opponents pinned back. It just hasn't worked out for them in getting the better of Poko, who sent the ball as far forward as possible then. Dying moments of a first half that has had positivity from Orlando Pirates, or from their point of view, I should say. Only thing missing is the ball rattling the back of the net. Their fans would feel for Jwaneng Galaxy supporters watching on, for the most part, out in Botswana. They'll be happy that their side has been able to frustrate Pirates here and hope for a goal against the run of play. If not, hope things continue in the same fashion. As passes out on their far side until the ball was lost by the touch from Sisenyi. Great movement off the ball. Now, what's the decision here? Well, certainly a coming together. And the foul will go against Jwaneng Galaxy, much to the frustration of a few of their players. Tulare, the man seemed to have committed the foul, then he was far from happy and felt quite possibly that he was barged into. Fortunate Tulare, not so fortunate. Then the 29-year-old. Played for Sirowe before joining Jwaneng back in 2018 on July the 1st. Fourth appearance for him in the Champions League, another that's a Tshwana international. 6 appearances for the national team. For the man who's given away the foul here. One in the Africa Cup of Nations as well. At the last bit of action in this first half here between Orlando Pirates and Jwaneng Galaxy in the second leg of the second round tie. The all-important second leg here for who will advance on through to the next round here. Keep in mind, it is Jwaneng with the 1-0 aggregate scoreline that sees them the happy of these two sides here in the second leg at the Orlando Stadium, with the scoreline reading Orlando Pirates no, Jwaneng Galaxy no.
home. I'm home.
Oh,
Welcome back to the Orlando Stadium for the second half of this all-important second leg, second round tie between Orlando Pirates and Jwaneng Galaxy in the CAF Champions League, with the Pirates starting off the second half by making a change. The first substitution of this match will see the home side bringing Karim Imbuidi on to the fray here, and making way for him is Philip John. That's the first change made here by Orlando Pirates. And Jwaneng will make a change of their own then. With Wendell being the man coming on. Both these sides making one change at the start of the second half then. If you are just joining us here in the second half, it's Orlando Pirates that had the better go of it in the first half. They had the bulk of the ball, the bulk of the moments that mattered, but were unable to beat Poku, who did come up with a couple of saves at the very least in that first half, but for the most part was very well protected. Now, good hard running here on this near side as Munyani hopes for a handball and gets it. So Pirates in the very early stages get themselves a set piece in a very good area here. Chance to send some big men forward for Orlando Pirates. Looking to pick up where they left off in the way of momentum. They carried into the end of that first half, where they really did have Jwaneng pinned back, minus the goal they're looking for. In swinger, it will be to the near post, flicked on towards that far, dealt with by Galaxy. Nice turn. Imbuidi, a little isolated on that far side, but still able to keep it moving for Orlando Pirates. Let's give Imbuidi again, getting beyond one. Serving it up to the edge of that box. The touch from Munyani had come very much infield. The right back then on the front foot. A chance for Jwaneng now on the counter attack. Wendell, the new man on the field, running into trouble. Munare. Erasmus. They have very much been in control of the tempo of the game of Orlando Pirates. If you are just joining us here in the second half, it seems to be carrying on in the same fashion here in the second. Ismanar. Good movement on that far side. Lovely ball to pick out the run. Now, can they finish it over the chance at goal at the very least here, Pirates? Shaking it up, and the ball floated in. He has a chance! Looked as though it would go through the legs of Poku, but he recovered well. Brilliant play from Orlando Pirates on the build-up then. Chance falling for Patrick Maswanganyi. So close to his second in the Champions League. Well, in as far as Maswanganyi as well as Huitu and Poku are concerned, there's twice now they've squared off. Poku coming off tops on both occasions. Hotos done well. Strong play. Lipasa! Defenders may have done enough to see him go some way off the target. In fact, they did. Last touch off the defender, out for the corner. Pirates applying pressure in the very early stages. Fans doing their bit in getting behind the team here, looking to will them forward into that opening goal here. So crucial it will be for whichever side gets it. The Orlando Stadium very much alive with possibilities here as Pirates will bring one in from the training grounds. Throw in taken quickly. Imbuidi. There's two in the box. So Pirates will probe. 10 outfield players all behind the ball here for Jwaneng Galaxy for the most part. Dion Hotto looking for the 1-2. happy to clear then Zamoyo. Well, there are matches all around the continent to enjoy as our sides look to make their way towards the group stages, and some rather interesting scenarios that have been set up. What that was interesting was, of course, Jwaneng Galaxy bringing the aggregate lead into this Orlando Stadium. It made for an interesting encounter and has made for one here, with the Galaxy remaining stubborn defensively. They will be happy, although they haven't had much joy in the way of out-and-out play themselves, but they have, for the most part, protected Poko rather well. Yes, he's come in for 3 or so saves, but Pirates haven't been able to open them up again and again. Wendell in the start of the second half with a touch. That's the run from Wendell, looking for the 1-2. Well, he's covered a lot of ground as Wendell here. Fresh legs coming to the fore here for Jwaneng. Now he's isolated, very much isolated, and maybe ran out of gas a bit. Out in North Africa, Wydad, of course, are in the second leg of their tie against Tafia, with the scoreline tied at 1-1. They'll play their second leg tomorrow. Esperance up against Jwaneng's Burkina Faso, with Esperance playing their home leg, leading by a 1-0. That'll be kicking off tomorrow. Al Ahly, of course, in action today out in Egypt against St. George of Egypt, with Al Ahly taking a 3-0 aggregate scoreline into their tie. Well, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns will entertain Bumamuru from Burundi with a 4-0 aggregate scoreline from the first leg. Another interesting tie to look forward to is Simba of Tanzania at home to Power Dynamos. They're tied at 2-2, of course. Power Dynamos of Zambia. Maswangani will look to find one of the 6 inside the box, 2 lurking outside of it. Erasmus has come short, but there is a man keeping an eye on Kemet Erasmus. So Paul in, near post, there's a chance on the floor. It popped up on Tapelo Koki, wasn't quite expecting it. Now, space to turn into an attack here for Masongan. Looks to get the better of the man. Nicely done and staying goal side. Now, Paul in. Kept alive here. Initially by Erasmus. Now, the Paul in here from Kamvui isn't bad. Lepasa Maslo's throwing himself at it. Again, Pogo is very well protected. Sissini looking to open it up with the ball onto the far side, and frustrating Zendami somewhat. Sissini with the attempt at the cross-field ball. 30 years of age now is Tabang Sissini. Stands in 1-8-2, can play as an attacking midfielder and out wide on the left and right. And in the books of Orupa United at the start of his career. Then Centre Chiefs, Platinum Stars before joining Jwaneng. So he's a man who's played in South Africa before in the past. From Alapie out in Botswana. A couple of goals he scored in the Champions League. Also a man who made his debut for the national team back in March of 2016. Space to turn into here. Erasmus on the left foot, took a deflection out for the corner. And I'll tell you what, just looking at his body language then, Maswangan was a little frustrated that Erasmus didn't return the ball for the 1-2. Yet another corner. Paul in. Pogo with the touch, kept alive here. Munyani. Hotto. That's a good ball, a great chance. And the passer knows he should have at the very least had that on target. Frustrated with himself then is Zakele the passer. Great chance it was, lovely ball played in. Nothing wrong with his movement off the ball, he met it beautifully. In stride then, just couldn't guide it towards the back of the net. Well, he certainly is a threat, is Zakele Lebasa. Would have been one they discussed, one would suspect to some degree out in Botswana before making the trip down here to the Orlando Stadium. Those at Jwaneng Galaxy, he has been a threat. A couple of opportunities he's had now for Orlando Pirates in this match. The header earlier that was saved by Poko. Both of them glorious opportunities, mind you. And this volley, he just missed this time around. Mr. Bassa, a man who last scored against Jabal on a couple of occasions here in the Champions League. Didn't score out in Botswana, did also score against Jabal in the first leg where they won 1-0. So his 3 goals have all come from the 2 encounters against Jabal. Hotto, it's had a good game, Dion Hotto. Erasmus has done well to avoid a few challenges and keep it moving. Good block. Nice touches from Munare to find Imbuidi. Erasmus. Imbuidi. Bit of space to invite the shot, possibly looks for the movement towards this right side. Man eliminated. Second defender does enough. Still, Masangani isolated for the time being, in need of a bit of help. Imbuidi makes himself an option. Now, chance to put the ball on the ground and keep it moving here for Masugu. Nicely done. In finding Linanyane. Early ball forward, then looking to release Sissini on the move out in the attack. Couldn't quite find it. Now, space again with Masangani out wide on this near side. Hotto. Approaching the hour mark. Pirates with the bulk of the chances, the much better chances here, with China watching the action from afar for the most part. If you are just joining us here, Jwaneng remaining stubborn and frustrating. The Pirates faithful for the most part to have the lead on aggregate here. And being limpid now and holding onto the ball and keeping it moving about as Moyo plays it back to Pogo. Good ball into space then. There was more time on the ball than I think the man realized then. Giving away possession quite needlessly. Dion Hotto. Setting enough for the shots. Didn't connect as well as he would have liked. Masangani, as he looks to continue. He's a little duel then with Poko, the man between the sticks for Jwaneng. The man who can play as a left winger, 25 years of age now. Can play in the central areas as well, creatively and on the right. We've seen him pop up at the right side for the most part, Maswanganye. Product of the Stars of Africa. And a couple of clubs out in Portugal. Oliveirense, as well as Academia under 23s before joining Supersport United. And then moving on from them to join Orlando Pirates. Chandu will be coming on here. Yani making way. Another will be made here with Mahoba coming on and Lepasa making way. Well, he's had his chances here. Didn't have a bad game at all. A little frustrated at the fact that Jwaneng is the first side he has failed in a couple of matches now in this Champions League to score against. Until that first leg against Jwaneng, he had a 100% record in scoring in every match, at least the two against Jabal. Would have loved to include Jwaneng in his list of victims this season. Munare. Again, everybody behind the ball here for Jwaneng Galaxy. Been very involved since coming on to the start of this second half. Karim Kimvuidi. Well, Paris probe, yeah. Kimvuidi again. Felt he was fouled on the edge of that box. Nothing going for the man from the DR Congo. Here's another that can come into effect in a good number of positions. Can play centrally, which is in the number 10 position, so to speak, as a yellow card is shown here to Zedami. But really can also play out wide on the left and right. Man who was with the TC Motema Pembe out in the DRC before joining Maritzburg United for a season and then moving on to Pirates. Now, good hard running from Pirates here, getting to the byline. Ball back across. Oh, what a save by Boko. Another good block. Mbidi. Stunning save from Huizu Boko. Doing his bit to frustrate Pirates here. Mahoba. Munare. Lovely opportunity opened up that time around by Orlando Pirates. They really are creating some great clear-cut chances in the second half. 3 to speak of. Still, the scoreline remains 0-0. Chandu. Munare turned into trouble, losing out to the likes of Wendell that were around him. Zedan. Baruti. Back from Mangondo. Baruti. They have struggled in that regard at holding on to the ball for long periods of time. Baruti and company against Orlando Pirates. Gilbert Baruti, now 31 years of age, one of the experienced campaigners for this Jwaneng Galaxy side. Stands at 168. He's the man that wears the number 10 for Galaxy. Again, getting numbers back in defense here as Pirates probe once again. Every outfield player from Orlando Pirates well into the Jwaneng half of the field here. Even the central defenders are beyond the center circle. They are so far forward. Look to challenge from behind, right in front of the referee. So, easy decision to make then. Apologies quickly offered by fortunate Tulare. Again, a few of the Pirates players may be frustrated that not enough cards have been shown. Up to this point, just 2 yellow cards shown. They are both to Msedami as well as Mbulugang. keeping in mind, with Jwaneng having 1-1 now, that opening goal is crucial for Pirates. If they are just to score that one goal, it ends 1-1 on aggregate and straight to penalties. But they need to score that one to stand a chance, any chance of moving forward. This could be their moment. Again, Hotto amongst those standing over it. Wool standing firm against Toki. Corner. They keep the pressure up to Orlando Pirates. We'll be in a hurry in situations like this now. Transfer Kogi taken away from, quite importantly, by fortunate Tulare. He has a shot! Oh, it's found its way to the back of the net! It's the man in off the bench then, Mahopa, who gets the all-important opener here on the night for Orlando Pirates. Well, it took a deflection and a trickle its way into the back of the net then. Pirates will take it. And it's turned into an inspired substitution here. Played by Jose Guerrero. Paris finally getting the breakthrough they're looking for. The 23-year-old Evidence Mahopa. And who stands at 188, who's also played for the national team, coming through with an important moment here for Orlando Pirates and as far as this tie. And what will be interesting is seeing the switch now from Jwaneng Galaxy. Happy to sit back and defend for the most part. They may very well have to come out and play here in the time that remains in this match. It's tied on the aggregate scoreline. Pirates leading 1-0 on the night, 1-1 on the aggregate scoreline. First goal of the season. It is for Mahopa. This is a first showing in the Champions League. What a way to make a debut in the Champions League this season. Pop up in off the bench for Lepasa, who had a few good chances of his own, mind you. And opening the scoring. Boogie. Pirates now will know they've got just over 20 minutes to try and go out and look for what will be a winner, a definite winner. If they do get it, that will see them avoid a possible penalty shootout if it ends with the aggregate scoreline on 1-1. Changes to be made here. And it's Jwaneng Galaxy to make those changes. Dr. David is the man that will be coming on. Making way for him is Sendami. Ramatlapeng, the second man to come on here for Jwaneng Galaxy. In fact, third in the way of their substitutions in this second half. You will remember they did make one earlier with the Windle coming on to show things up in midfield. Catalan in the middle of the park here. Sakividi sending it backwards, and well, it's picked up here. Ashadu as Pius look to push forwards. Here's the man from the TRC again on the turn, quite impressively. Window. Mangolo amongst those involved on the near side have continued moving down the line, hoping for the ball in behind the defense. Wasn't to be. Now, the movement out on that far side. Now, down the line is Dion Hotto getting to the byline. 3 inside the box. Pirates looking for the 2-goal cushion on the tie and the lead in the aggregate scoreline. Munare. Sibisi. Maswanganyi. Looking for the return. Nicely done then between Maswanganyi and Gimbwidi. Munare. Erasmus doing a good job of holding on to it under pressure. Here's Kemet Erasmus again. Munar. Everybody back defending, barring one for Jwaneng Galaxy. Imwedi shapes up as though he was going to take the shots. Looking for Shandu here with a bit of width. Erasmus. Corner. $20 minutes remain. Now the Pirates fans behind the goal defended by Jwaneng are in full voice then as the ball is played in and picked up here by Poko quite impressively. He was having a good game until the moment when he conceded. That deflection doing him wrong just a bit then. Totally unlucky to have conceded in that fashion, especially with the saves he had made in the match. Pirates now with the wind in their backs and their fans believing that they can go on here and find that all-important second. Good work here on this near side. Stunning work by Mangolo. Wendell now. Looking to cut in field. Wendell it is. No! Oh, that's narrowly wide. So close to an all-important equalizer on the night. That would have put them into the lead on the aggregate scoreline. All on his own. After stunning work to win in fact by Mangolo. Well, I wondered out loud a few minutes ago what the switch from being all about defense to now having to get onto the attack on the front foot as well would be like for Jwaneng Galaxy, and that's a sign of what they can do on the front foot. Wendell Rudolph with what was a lovely opportunity then. Another of the two Namibians out of that field alongside Dion Hotto. Here's Monar. Erasmus. Sibisi. Pirates getting through that byline. Now the ball across! Hit by a man in red quite importantly. Now, Sibisi. Heavy touch. Slid in and they're hoping for a penalty, Pirates. Still, play continues. Nifty footwork. Again, they hope for a penalty, and again the referee sees nothing wrong with the defensive play here from Jwaneng Galaxy. Well, they'll be under pressure. A bit of pressure from the home fans here, the Mozambican referee, and he's going to have to calm a few players down here with tempers just about boiling over. For the most part, Celso Alvacao has been on the money with these decisions. He will be shown a card here. A couple of players down, one on either side. A few others looking far from happy. One of those is Kitso Mangolo. Exchanging words with Kemet Erasmus. Those two have to be separated by Poko, who's doing a good job at playing peacemaker. Also the near side official, Arsenio Maringule, doing his bit at separating those two. Again, Kemet Erasmus is having a lot to say here and may talk himself into the book. He's getting a thorough tongue lashing from the match referee then, Self-Solver Cow. Well, a lot at stake. Keep in mind there were 22 winners from the first round coming into the second round, plus the 10 teams that had the buys. Everybody in action, everybody fighting for a spot in the next round, the all-important next round, of course. Action all across the continent over the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Big names on the continent, very much in action. The very best sides on the continent, trying to ensure they are amongst those we speak of when we look into the group stages. Well, the side has found that all-important first. It took some time in the making, but eventually it came. Still plenty of work to be done here. And firstly ensuring that Jwaneng don't go on to score one, but also finding a second here on the evening, or the penalty shootouts that's lurking in the back of everybody's head. That's the scenario for Rivera, of course. Now, Pirates with Bernard. Otto. Erasmus. Looking for a yard! Oh, he's found the frame of the goal is Kevin Erasmus. And patiently worked it into a position where he could find the yard for the shot. Then he unleashed. Many were on their feet thinking he'd found the top corner. They certainly are creating moments. Orlando Pirates. Erasmus with a bit of brilliance. Terribly unlucky not to have found the back of the net. I hope. Here is the goal scorer with his first of the season here this evening. Erasmus, the man from Port Elizabeth, coming so close to giving Pirates the lead then. So, it's the turn now of the youngster Mufigeng to come on and replace Kemet Erasmus. Mufigeng, one of those who's fast becoming a crowd favourite, coming on here in a bit of a pressure situation with the goal that Pirates are in need of. Looking to play it out from the back here. And the 18-year-old on the field. Come through the Pirates reserve, stands at 161. They are loving him and having a lot to say about him, the Pirates faithful here. The skillful part that many are, of course, hoping will go on to become a successful part of their future in the years to come. Can play on the left and the right and in the creative central position as well. One assist for him in the Premiership. His third appearance, Mufigeng, in the Champions League. He's had a couple of appearances in the MTN8 as well. Here he is, coming in for his first few touches. He's a skillful lad. And they get on their feet in excitement whenever he gets on the ball. Here's Monar. Nice touch from Mufigeng. Here's Otto now. 3 to aim for in the box. Poland header! Not on target. From Aropa looking for his brace. Well, he's got great height about him. There's the man in your picture, Evidence Mahoba, still 23 years of age, very much a centre forward, in the old school type of centre forward that they will aim for from the wide areas. Stands at 188. Mahoba, formerly with Baruka FC, had come through the Baruka reserves. Man who's also found the back of the net for the national team as well. Joined Pirates on the 20th of June back in 2022. Last 10. Manado. Keep in mind, if it stays this way, we'll have a penalty shootout. All men down here for Jwaneng Galaxy. Stretcher quickly onto the field as they will continue the game with 10 on the field for the next few moments. Hoping to be back up to 11 sooner rather than later. Pirates in a hurry as they look to work it forward here. Hotto. 1-2 didn't quite work out between he and Mahoba. Set piece Orlando Pirates. Challenge from behind on Mahoba. So, Otto amongst those standing over it, as is Maswangai. Well, the youngster in there as well. What a story it would be if Amufiye would be the man to score a winner. Again, take your pick between a left foot and a right foot here to take this set piece. Doesn't favor either. Otto it is! Gets the curl but doesn't get the tip. Very involved in a lot that's been right about the Orlando Pirates performance here today. Tion Hotto, one of two Namibians out there today. Window. The man who come in off the bench at the start of the second half. The other Namibian, Judith Window. There is Window losing out here on this near side. Really, and want to find the forward pass here, pressure with yet another challenge from behind. That's the reason for the whistle going in favor of Orlando Pirates. Set piece taken quickly. Marco. Hotto. Mufugin looking for Hotto's movement. It's a lovely ball into the central areas. An important defensive touch at some cost for Tulare. May have injured himself in the process. Lovely ball over the top then by Mufugeng. Forward come Orlando Pirates again. Khan. Maswangan. Imvidi. Mufugeng. Not enough space. There Shandu gives them width. Maswanganyi. Margot thinking about the shots. Otto floats one in. Big man on the campus, then looking to take it on his chest, and that being Mahopa. So, Jwaneng, a chance at the counter-attack comes to nothing with the confusion between the two frontline players. They will make one more change here, Jwaneng, and the injured Tulare will be replaced here. Injured himself for that all-important touch defensively just a few moments ago. Giradilwe will come on in his place. So, Morena, Ramoriboli, seeing his side continue to frustrate the Orlando Pirates here, knowing there's 5 important minutes to go here until the time added on at the end of 90. And then comes the penalty shootout, and, well, it's anybody's guess who'll have the advantage when it comes to that. They came here knowing they'd have some work to do in keeping the opponents at bay here. Jwaneng Galaxy, they've worked hard defensively during the course of this evening, hoping to keep it this way until the 90 minutes is done and dusted. Pirates hoping for one more, just one more, in the time that remains. So it's Pirates that probe. Kimvidi. Mahopa keeping it alive. Footwork from Morena. Mahopa! Across the face of goal with a miscue. Hot on that far side. So it's going behind him. Not too sure if Mahopa was looking for the teammate or going for goal and didn't get the connection right. But another positive moment from Orlando Pirates. Some lovely touches from Mufiki. One of the creative bits. He's been involved in 2 now. On the edge of the box, 2 moments for Pirates, the 18-year-olds that have caused problems for Jwaneng. Challenge on Monare. We'll see yet another set piece go the way of Orlando Pirates. They are now in a hurry to get the ball rolling once again here. Pirates, of that you can be sure. Sibis. Ingwidi. Sangani looking for the movement on the edge of the box from Mufiki. Throwing it will be to Pirates. Again, they're in a hurry to get the ball rolling once again here. Under 3 minutes remaining of the 90. Still waiting for the signal on how much time will be added onto this match. Munari. Window with the interception. Well, the importance of coming up with a win here for the Orlando Pirates team and their coach can't be overstated. It's not just about moving on into the next stage for Ribeiro, but also picking up a win ahead of the final in the MC8 against Mamelodi Sundowns. Especially having lost to Sundowns most recently, a chance at revenge will also be something their fans are looking forward to. So this is an important bunch of matches here for Jose Ribeiro, as well as Amanda Nugazi and company. Nugazi, one of the 2 assistant coaches. Sergio Almenara, the other. Here's Mufugeng. Keep in mind, with the scoreline at 1-1, again, just to remind you, the away goals rule does count, but with Jwaneng having scored one at home rather, and Pirates having scored one at home, the away goals rule doesn't come into effect, so a straight penalty shootout is what's coming up next. Maswangani. Now, that's a good ball. Shando! Good block, good touch defensively to concede the corner. And the touch coming in from Kitso Mangolo. And he seems to have hurt himself in the process then as he goes to ground. Then Pirates will have the corner. Well, he's worked extremely hard during the course of this match. The 24-year-old. A man who's also captained the national team. 10 on the field for Jwaneng Galaxy. Now, Paul in towards that far post, men in attendance there, back into the danger area. Poco holding on quite importantly at the second time of asking then. And, well, he'll go to ground here. And take his time about getting back up. This will be all rather frustrating for Orlando Pirates, who will find a lot of rhythm will be taken out of the game here in the latter stages. Has had a very good game between the sticks. Poco coming in for Ryan Brown between the sticks, the 28-year-olds. So, Pirates making this change here, and it's an interesting one here as we look towards the penalty shootout. China, well, it's made way. And Richard Ofori, the Ghanaian, is the man that will come on here to take up his position now as the goalkeeper. And of the penalty shootouts. Ofori on one side, Poco on the other. Minutes remaining now in the time added on. And Poco with the long punt upfield will know now that he will have a chance to be a hero if he is able to do the business, of course, and coming up with a few saves that could see Jwaneng get the better of Orlando Pirates. The same stands for Richard Ofori on the other side of the field. Well, Poco, man who made his national team debut as that one goes back in 2015 under Peter Patla. As I've been there, seen it all. He was still 20 years of age when he made the national team. Ofori himself, a man who has played for the national team in as far as his nation of Ghana. Richard Ofori, now 29 years of age. Stands at 190, does Ofori, formerly with Maritzburg United. In his time out in Ghana was with Own Youth and We All Stars. Now, Pirates with the ball in. Mahopa was the man sending up the delivery. They'll want him in the box with his height to get on to the end of things. So, man struggling is, well, it'll come as no surprise. One from Jwaneng has as they look to defend the throw-in inside the final third. Again, there was no action near him when he went down. Richard Ofori there to keep a close eye on proceedings. Man who's had 26 appearances for the Ghanaian national team. Also had an appearance for the Ghana under-20 team is Richard Ofori. Interesting to note that he made his debut under Avram Grant as a 21-year-old Ofori. And in your picture. So he's got plenty of experience. 7 appearances in the Cup of Nations, 6 World Cup qualifiers, 5 international friendlies, 5 Cup of Nations appearances. Ball played in. Poco quite wisely allowing that ball to run on. Now the 5 minutes added on have come and gone here. More drama, by the look of it, will be coming our way. Taking his time is Huitu Nepoko. Kimbuedi. There's the man from the DRC once again looking for Namibia's Dion Hotto. Don't have much time. This could be the very last attack available to Pirates. Here's a chance! Oh, it's a great chance! And what a block! The defensive play of the match with that block. Getting a hug from a few of his teammates. The man denied was Maswanganyi. Took it in stride, and as he was looking to release or put pressure on the trigger, a tackle came out of nowhere, and what a tackle it was. Here he is again, ball in, near post! Oh, it's gone just over from Mahopa, and that could be the very last opportunity. Maswanganyi, the creator. Pirates so close to a winner. Well, they've certainly had their chances here. Kept their supporters on the edge of their seats. And that's how it will come to an end for now. This tie between Orlando Pirates and Jwaneng Galaxy. What excitement in the way of entertainment served up by these two sides. So much work done on the defensive end by Jwaneng Galaxy. So much on the front foot, on the attacking end from Orlando Pirates. But in the end, still no separating these two sides, with Pirates creating chance after chance. Eventually finding the breakthrough through the substitute Mahopa, only for Poco and company to remain stubborn and frustrate Orlando Pirates to a point where it will need a penalty shootout to separate these two sides. For the neutrals, this will be exciting. The entertainment and drama will continue. Edge of your seat stuff for supporters of Orlando Pirates as well as Jwaneng Galaxy. Well, the thousands that have turned out here at the Orlando Stadium would have been hoping for excitement. They got that. They got entertainment. Their side played while they were up against the well-drilled and a disciplined side in Jwaneng Galaxy. They stuck to the plan, did Urena Rabadibodi's men. And at the end of 90 minutes, it's Orlando Pirates 1, Jwaneng Galaxy no. 1-1 on aggregate, meaning penalties will separate these two. Plenty of work still to be done. Jwaneng Galaxy now will feel they're in with a real chance for that upset they would have been hoping for. They have done what they can to frustrate Orlando Pirates have Jwaneng Galaxy during the course of the clash here. Keeping in mind they got through the first round, beating Vipers of Uganda. Pirates did the business against Jabal. Jwaneng then in the first leg here in the second round, while they gave themselves a great chance of advancing beyond this by beating Pirates to the 1-0 scoreline. Pirates have responded with a 1-0 scoreline of their own, and it's anyone's guess as to who will advance beyond this point between these two sides. Jose Riviero having his say. Not much you can do in the way of tactics and planning coming into a penalty shootout. It's all down to the man taking the penalty, including the man saving the penalty, as they will have their final moment between now and when the pressure is truly on, when that penalty shootout gets underway. Will be advancing through to the group stages. Here at the Orlando Stadium, we wonder whether it will be Orlando Pirates or Jwaneng Galaxy. It's been quite an evening in the way of entertainment here. Not a soul has left the Orlando Stadium as yet. Surely those of you watching on at home will still be glued to your screens here and equally as entertained as we have been here at the Orlando Stadium. 5 to step forward from Pirates, 5 to step forward from Jwaneng Galaxy. Neighboring countries of South Africa and Botswana at war here in the way of those that will advance to battle against the very best on the continent in the group stages. Currently 32 sides battling it out throughout the continent. Only 16 will make it into the group stages. Then things become interesting in a completely different format, of course, in what will be 4 groups of 4. Then the knockout stages following that as we work our way towards the final, but that's still a long, long way away. The focus now for many of the sides still in the competition is to get through this weekend. All of the Giants are in action. From Botswana, the Giants is Jwaneng Galaxy. From South Africa, it's Orlando Pirates. And, well, no separating these two sides over 2 legs. No away goals to speak of. So, here we are. Closer and closer we are to this penalty shootout now. Need be said, the referee from Mozambique, Celso Alvacao, in a match that's had a lot of pressure, along with his countrymen in the first assistant referee, Arsenio Manengule, as well as Zacharias Paloi, have done a stunning job in this match. Kept their cool, and at times, well, more than once or twice, maybe 3 or 4 times, there were appeals for penalties from the home support that would have put pressure on the man in your picture, that being Celso Alvacao, and he did a great job with each of those calls. Ofori, if you are just joining us, from an Orlando Pirates point of view, has come in off the bench in the latter stages of the match, of course, to play hero with China making way. Something we've seen throughout the world now, being done either on the international stage or in club football. Pirates will be the first to take a penalty. The Orlando Stadium extremely quiet at this moment. The tension, you could cut with a knife. Celso Alvacao to remind the 2 goalkeepers of the rules here. Richard Ofori for Orlando Pirates, the Ghanaian international. Koito Onopoko, the Botswana International. And Pirates the first to have an opportunity from the penalty spot. Dion Hotto tasked with the responsibility of putting Orlando Pirates into the lead here in this penalty shootout. Up against Pook. Here is Dion Hotto. Easy as you like. 1-0 Orlando Pirates. Too cool for school is Dion Hotto. Made up his mind early. He was going to go in straight down the middle, then with the little chip, hoping the goalkeeper would commit to the left or right, which was the case, and he made it look so easy to Hotto. Pirates in the lead. So, Ofori coming on in the last few minutes of the match for just this moment here. Will look to save his first here if he can against the man that came in off the bench then and made things exciting for Jwaneng coming in off the bench. That being Rudeth Wendell. One Namibian has scored. Another Namibian stepping up. And two Namibians have scored. One for Pirates, one for Jwaneng Galaxy. Wendell sending the keeper the wrong way. Both making it look easy. 1-1 the scoreline in this penalty shootout. Well, the pressure certainly will be on here. Mind games maybe starting from Huizone Poko as he takes his time in getting back onto his goal line. First man stepping up here for Pirates behind Hotto is Tapelo Koki to take the second penalty. The central defender steps up, finds the bottom corner impressively. With Poko having guessed right then, he needed to hit that extremely well and did Koki's. Pirates that lead 2-1 in this penalty shootout. Pressure switches now onto Jwaneng Galaxy. Ofori will be hoping he can do the business in extending the pressure by coming up with the goods in the save here. Sissinyi it is who steps up. Well, it's come off of Ofori into the roof of the net then. Fortunate for Sissinyi. At 2-2 the scoreline, then Ofori will be frustrated with himself, feeling he should have done better. Oh, the drama continues. Still no separating these two sides after two legs and two penalties apiece. Pogo, already beaten by one central defender, will face another from another central defender here. Koki, I believe, is the man who's stepped forward. Or rather, Koki was to be having found the back of the nets with the last. There's Koki, sends the keeper the wrong way. So the two central defenders have done the business. Sibisi converting the second, Koki the third. After Hotto had found the back of the net for Orlando Pirates. And again, it's advantage Pirates here with the Galaxy. Looking to continue to get it beyond Ofori. He started with his mind games then. Having words with the man he'll be up against. So, Hotto, Sibisi and Koki to find the back of the net for Orlando Pirates. Wendell and Sissinyi to do so for Jwaneng Galaxy. Masugu, the man stepping up. Nicely done. Makes it look easy as he calmly finds the back of the net, then leaving Richard Ofori rooted. So, 6 penalties taken here between these two sides. All of them have found the mark. Pogo looking for the first save or hoping that there will be a first miss. Well, it's the youngster, the 18-year-old Mufokeng, who steps forward here. This will be a huge amount of pressure on the 18-year-old Mufokeng. Denied by Jwaneng Pogo, who gets right here. And, wow, give the advantage to Jwaneng if they could go on and find the back of the net with the next penalty. Ofori shows a good sportsmanship, good leadership then in comforting the youngster. That's a big moment for an 18-year-old, and while he learned from this going forward, having had a great time coming in off the bench to create some discomfort for Jwaneng. He is denied by Pogo, and Jwaneng now look for the advantage. It is stepping forwards with a little hop skip. Well, Ofori gets right, but there was no denying Bulugang at the advantage for Jwaneng Galaxy, and pressure now on Orlando Pirates. True pressure. Quite simply, Pirates have to score this. If they don't, it's over. Big moment for Morena, Ramaribodi, and Jwaneng Galaxy. Masangani stepping up, finds the back of the net, and it'll be up to Ofori now to come up with a save. Oh, Pirates fans will hope that Jwaneng missed the mark here. Mind games have begun. Pressure on Ofori. A tremendous amount of pressure. He saves this. We will go into sudden death. Maholo to step up. Oh, he's done it. He's done it beautifully in finding the back of the net here. And Jwaneng Galaxy have come behind enemy lines to come up with a huge aggregate win on penalties over Orlando Pirates here. They did the business at home, winning it with a 1-0 scoreline. They then defended for their lives here in a game they lost by 1-0. It was tied 1-1 at the end of it all in the penalty shootout that was to follow. Jwaneng Pogo came up with a save that mattered against Mufokeng, while Skitso Mangolo scored the penalty that mattered in their fifth. Jwaneng scoring all 5 of their penalties and advancing to the group stages of the CAF Champions League. Job done by Morena Ramaribodi and his men from Botswana here for the thousands that have turned out at the Orlando Stadium behind Orlando Pirates here. This will be heartbreak. The side had so much of the picture of play in the 90 minutes. So many good opportunities created. They even hit the frame of the goal through Kevin Erasmus, but weren't to score more than the one that they were able to get. They needed more than that, just one more. Couldn't get it. Jwaneng continued to frustrate and defend wholeheartedly. Came up with 1 or 2 great goal-saving tackles, whilst Pogo was superb between the sticks. Also coming up with some telling moments between the sticks. One of the contenders for the man of the match is Jwaneng Pogo. And for Morena Ramaribodi, he and his side have come in here knowing that it was going to be a day where all hands would be on deck defensively. And well, they defended like their lives depended on it and were rewarded through the penalty shootout at the end of the day with a spot in the next round of the CAF Champions League. Twice they would have advanced to the group stages now of the Champions League. A yellow card, I believe, was shown a moment ago then to Kitso Mangolo for celebrating with his shirt off. But, well, very few fans to speak of for Jwaneng Galaxy, but it's they that celebrate, whilst it's heartbreak for the home support and Orlando Pirates. After an entertaining 90 minutes in this CAF Champions League second leg, second round match, it ends with a scoreline 1-0 in favour of Pirates, 1-1 on aggregate, with Jwaneng Galaxy walking away winners on penalties with a 5-4 scoreline.
I'm home.